Welcome everybody to the Wednesday Night Warriors. This is episode number 20, anniversary as we celebrate 1 year of AEW Dynamite. We will be covering Wednesday night NXT, Wednesday night AEW from October 14th, 2020. I am Romeo Cologne, the pride of New York, the pony, as they call me in the streets. I am joined by my co-host on the regular, Chris G, and his co-host,
Mary Jane.
and joining us, a special guest, the round table rebel himself, the three-time, as you can see, the championship belts, baby making, le champion, Ness. Thank you for joining us, Ness. How are you doing?
I'm doing mighty fine. Thank you for having me. True Hills, what's the deal? What's going on, guys? I am so honored, greatly appreciative to be on the episode of the Wednesday Night Warriors with my Wednesday Night Warrior brethren, True Hill brethren, the pride of NY.
This is your show too, Ness.
It was.
Technically, yeah.
It was. I made it a hot line. You guys made it a hot song.
So
that's how that worked.
That was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, also, my man Chris G here too. I didn't get to give him the shout out real quick, but yeah. Thanks for having me on,
guys. Potheads forget each other. It's fine.
Yeah. All right, I can put this down now. I just wanted it for the intro.
Before we get into this week's festivities, a friendly reminder. Please like this video, share this video with your wrestling friends, leave a comment letting us know what you thought of this episode of Wednesday Night Warriors, and subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. We throw plenty of content during the week, one after the other, nonstop. This is the channel you want to go to for all your wrestling recaps and reviews and much more. Recapping last week on the Wednesday Night Warriors, we both picked AEW, Romeo, myself, and Chris as the better show, and the True Heels disagreed with us. You assholes. You chose NXT. What? 6-4 votes. Not a lot of participation as we usually get. Maybe that's why NXT won. Who knows? But
hey, guys, you 6 guys, just hit that real quick because you need that.
The Wednesday Night Warriors scoreboard, AEW still wins for the week. Majority rules, as you would figure. AEW's up 13-5-1 here on the Wednesday Night Warriors scoreboard. This being episode number 20, I'm going to catch us up on the Wednesday Night War as far as match of the night, MVP, jabroni of the night. Bear with us, Ness. I'll go through this very quickly. Match of the night leaders. Tied for third place, we have way too many people. Best Friends, Butcher and the Blade, Cody, Swerve Scott, Johnny Gargano, Jurassic Express, all with 4 match of the nights. Second place, tied for second place, Hangman Page and Santos Escobar with 5 matches of the night. And number 1, all by himself in his tag team too, Kenny Omega with 6 matches of the night. MVP was way too cluttered for third and second place. So I just have the 3 guys that are tied for first place here. And that's Orange Cassidy, MJF, and he's long gone, but Keith Lee, all with 4 MVPs. And jabroni of the night leaderboard. We got 4 guys tied for third place. Adam Cole, Big Swole, Drake Maverick, and the legendary Joey Pistachio with 2 votes. Second place, we got a tie, and it's in the inner circle. Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara with 3 votes for Jabroni of the Night. And number 1, undisputed Jabroni of the Night leader, double-digit votes, 10 votes, Robert Stone.
Holy shit.
What a jackass.
As far as the Wednesday Night Warriors scoreboard overall, you'll be interested to know that I have NXT up 12 weeks to 7 on AEW.
Shocker.
Chris G, he has AEW 16-3 over NXT in all the episodes. As a matter of fact, he has picked AEW as the better show for 12 straight weeks. 3 months. AEW has been the better show. And the True Heels, your vote. You don't have as many as us, but you have AEW in the lead 12-4. And match predictions, match picks. Romeo's can't miss picks, and Chris's highly questionable picks. Chris is up on me by 1. He's 38-10. I'm 37-11. All right, let's talk about October 14th, Wednesday night. I'll start with AEW. We had the Brush with Greatness, FTR versus Best Friends for the Tag Team Championship, and Rick Knox, the absolute worst referee in the business. He ducks and falls away when Cash Wheeler swings a championship belt at Chuck. He doesn't see that it connects to Chuck. Dax pins Chuck. Rick Knox counts it anyways, even though common sense would tell you that Chuck clearly just got hit with a belt. As a matter of fact, you can audibly hear the moment the belt makes contact with Chuck's head. Dirty finish. FTR retains.
The actual match was a very good match. Best friends, they're always in a tandem. They're always on point. FTR, we've seen them before in WWE. We already know they're great. So the actual match itself had, storytelling. The spot where I think it was Cash Wheeler throws I'm smoking, obviously. Trent, yeah, throws Trent into Kip Sabian's video game or the whatever that shit is. The arcade, yeah, I couldn't think of it. But yeah, man, that finish, oh my God, Rick Knox is one of my favorite refs. Like I used to watch him in PWG.
What?
Yeah. Like that. No, I can't. Like Rick Knox is my man.
The first time and last time you will be on the Wednesday Night Warfare. Who would have thought it?
No, but that shit right there, that shit there, man, that shit was pitiful. Like he's seen everything happen, and I honestly didn't even know you were going to pay attention to that and actually bring it up. But yeah, that shit was not like it was just bad. Like it was just bad. So yeah, I don't know what to say to that. That it didn't ruin the match for me, but that definitely took the steam out. I'm like, oh, you just watched him hit him with the fucking title, and like he just dropped out of nowhere. Like he was about to get hit. So like you knew there was a weapon in the ring, and you didn't do anything about it. You just fell out of the way.
It was a good match. The finish was what it was. I like the idea that they keep getting dirty finishes to keep the belts, and every dirty finish is different. Even though this one was pretty much lackluster, it is what it is. The spear through the fucking arcade. Who plays the arcade in the middle of a fucking wrestling match? In the middle of the crowd. Play that shit in the back, you fucking jabroni Sabian. That's what you get. They spear you for your shit.
Speaking of Miro, Miro attacks the Best Friends after. This is the Bulgarian route, in my opinion, that needs to be the focus, not the video game nerd. And then there is a tag team match between Kip and Miro versus Lee Johnson and Sean Maluda. Squash. Miro with the game over on Maluda. Kip on the mic afterwards. He's mad about the arcade thing. Miro speaks Bulgarian and then says,
good friends. You broke my shit.
I liked it. I liked it.
NXT has Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch versus Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish for the number one contendership. Tag team titles. Oney inadvertently hits Burch on the apron and then gets finished with a flying knee by Strong for the win. Anytime Oney Lorcan is involved in NXT, I have to immediately after the show do a Twitter check. Check his Twitter. I know something good's going to be on there. Now, the WWE social media guy, he has a GIF of Oney doing a blockbuster move during the match, but he calls it a spine buster. Oh, I fire his ass. Oney Lorcan responds in all caps. This morning, I knocked on WWE social media guy's window, and when he opened up, I cocked his phone out of his hand and punched him in the Adam's apple, then shut the window on his head multiple times, and then I pet his dog and left. Oney Lorcan on Twitter must follow. All caps. He accidentally spelled knocked wrong, spelled it cocked. That's why I said it like that. Are we heading to the second coming of the Golden Prophecy, as Kyle O'Reilly said before this match? Next week, Breezango versus Undisputed Era. I am going to say Breezango beats Undisputed Era. Nas, I'll start with you.
Yeah, I agree to that. I think Breezango's going to retain.
And Chris?
It's unanimous.
Unanimous. Undisputed, as one would say. We are learning the AEW World Title Eliminator tourney for the number one contendership is starting up soon, next week, as a matter of fact. Penta versus Phoenix in the first round. Who booked this shit?
Really? I hate that shit, man. Why you gonna put them both against each other?
Omega versus Janela. And then it's Colt Cabana versus Hangman and Wardlow versus Jungle Boy. I mean, the full gear. The finals are going to happen in full gear. It just has to be Hangman versus Omega, right?
Of course.
That's why not just give him Penta and Rey Fenix first round out the gate?
On NXT, without any fucking warning, or at least without one that I noticed, a graphic pic of Finn Balor's jaw surgery is shown.
Yeah, that shit was wild. I was surprised that they didn't fucking just black and white that shit out.
Finn looked rough. He looked like me, after a hard weekend. They're waiting a few weeks to see if he can recover. Will Balor be stripped? Should he be stripped of the NXT champion? You can't just keep having this merry-go-round of NXT champions on injuries, right?
Is there any update on Cross? Is Cross close to coming back soon?
No update, but I do keep checking Scarlett Bordeaux's Instagram to find updates, and I'm not disappointed that I haven't gotten any injury up. MJF with a promo. He invites Chris Jericho. The whole inner circle comes out. MJF rips the fans for being off key during Jericho's theme song, as usual. Sammy Guevara finally has that jacket from MJF. Finally,
he was swimming in that shit.
MJF fake compliments Jericho's physique. Nothing to compliment there. MJF wants to join the inner circle, although it feels like pulling teeth. They're going to have a steak dinner together.
Sounds better than dinner with the fucking Garganos. Sammy Guevara looked like me in the fucking 7th grade coming to school with my brother's clothes on.
I know they're milking this feud, but I thought this entire segment should have been at the end of last week. For all the hype that Jericho's 30 years got, this was way better than that segment at the end last week.
Yeah, definitely. That shit was like comedic gold. Both these guys are great talkers, great personalities. I enjoyed it. Like, I just want to see where it goes with the inner circle. I obviously don't want him in there. Steak dinner shit is going to be hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an Ember Moon vignette on NXT. Ness, we haven't gotten your thoughts. What do you think about Ember Moon being back in NXT and the new version of her, the Fallout character, Mortal Kombat, whatever you want to call her, Elder
Mad
Scrolls?
Max.
Yeah, Mad Max.
Prior, this video package they had her do, I think she did really well, speaking and cutting a promo or just cutting some type of message to the fans of what she's about, what she's trying to do. That's the best thing I've seen her do in a long time.
Compared to last week when she was in the ring, this was way better.
I mean, you can't give her a live mic. I think vignettes and shit are the way to go for her. You give her a live mic, you might as well just send her out there with a fucking gun and one bullet.
Yeah,
she's shooting herself in the foot. You know what I mean? Not in the head, guys. The foot.
And she's listing the women she has to go through in NXT now that she's back in NXT. And I noticed there are no black women at all that she named. It's just the reason she is back in NXT to bring some color to NXT. I don't mean to sound like another podcast out there. Sorry.
Oh man.
I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest.
Speaking of women and their looks, Britt Baker's fine ass is with Tony Schiavone. They're getting pampered together. Britt is offended that Tony is naked.
Yeah.
Tony gets his chest hair waxed. He gets bleeped for saying "oh shit," even though I think they said shit two other times on this episode.
This is the funniest shit I've seen all night. Schiavone getting his fucking. Who would have thought in 2020 I'd be seeing Tony Schiavone get his fucking chest waxed?
Fucking Tony Schiavone getting his. First of all, this nigga was naked. Like, that's wild crazy. He was like, how old is this nigga? Like 50 something? She's like, you're naked.
It would have been better if it was Jim Ross instead. But
hell no.
That, horny Jim Ross? Horny Jim Ross.
I mean, I got it, but that would have been way bad for JR.
And a Moscow Mule.
That would have been a fucking barn burner for real. Slobber knocker.
Ashanti v. Adonis versus Jake Atlas. Wild and Mendoza, they're not happy about the takeover interference from Ashanti. They distract Ashanti. Dirty finish as Atlas wins. They eventually team up against Wild and Mendoza on the outside. Santos Escobar, the Cruiserweight champ, comes out absolutely flexing in his green glitter jacket. They approach the ring. Swerve Scott evens it out with chairs. And it looks like we're getting a 6-man tag pretty soon here.
The visual of like how they panned in on Santos just walking in, and he got the shoes, he got like the gaiters on.
Good camera work.
He got the nice glitter and shit with the shades. He just comes off like a G every time.
Like a cartel boss?
Yeah. Maybe he's up there. I say second or third in line. He's not the first. He's not the top though.
His name is Escobar.
It was a cool little segment besides fucking Dollar Tree JTG coming out with a fanny pack.
Yes, and jean shorts.
But he's all right in the ring though, so whatever. I'll give him a shot.
He moves around in his entrance like Velveteen Dream. Thankfully, he doesn't move on little boys. Well, not that I know of.
Oh man.
Yo, I don't even be paying attention. He just be throwing them fucking haymakers.
I already didn't like this guy, but when they announced that he's from Philadelphia, that just confirms it.
I do know.
Ness, any additional thoughts? Or did you even see this because you watched the Hulu version?
And
I'm sure they don't even fuck with
They cut that shit out. They said, nah, there's enough minorities on here already. You gotta let it go.
That's trash. Hulu
they cut
trash.
the whole shit cut out. But from
I don't know,
what
you guys looking out for the viewer by saying you don't want to watch this. What do they do?
You know what's
I don't
crazy? I don't understand why they cut a whole hour out, but SmackDown is an hour and a half. Like they're both 2-hour shows.
That's the whole show then.
Yeah, like you're missing. Yeah, you're just cutting out like completely half of the show. This fucking Ashanti Adonis guy. I haven't seen him in the ring. I just seen him come out in Takeover 31. That he was up there. I think he showed up that night.
Well, that was the first time any of us saw him.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, where the fuck this nigga came from?
Orange Cassidy versus Cody for the TNT Championship. Darby Allin's watching from the crowd because he faces the TNT champ at Full Gear. Orange has Cody pinned at the end of this, but the time limit expires at the 2 count. Cody survives. These two will just fight again in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, the whole essence of Orange Cassidy just being lazy as fuck until like the end of the match, and he just turns up 0 to 100 real fucking quick. So like it had I enjoy the quote unquote heel vibes from Cody. At one point it looked like he teased a pedigree, you know, but I enjoyed the match.
I don't understand what's the point of having the match again in 2 weeks, to be honest. I like the time limit draw though. It was
a rating, pal.
Yeah.
Austin Ferry versus Johnny Gargano. Heel versus heel. Gargano wins with the one final beat. I thought this was good for what it was. Ferry continues to show plenty of potential, but they avoided going to that next level in this match that they are highly capable of going to because they're not ready to push Austin Theory like that. He's still, in a sense, paying his dues, I guess.
Shit, I thought it was a good match, and I liked it because it doesn't. I don't think it needed to go past what it was because we know they can do more, but I think it showcased enough of like, damn, Austin Theory's good, and at the same time, like, you know, Johnny can have a fucking match with a broomstick, you know, the old cliche. So I thought it was an excellent match, and another quality loss. So Austin Theory doesn't hurt.
I enjoyed the match. Again, just piggyback over Chris said.
I'm glad to hear they showed this on Hulu.
No, like it's Johnny Gargano. They're definitely going to show. He's fucking like he is NXT, so to speak. But yeah.
No,
like
it is interesting as we go along. It is interesting as we go along to hear what was or was not included in the Hulu cut, if you can, for us.
Oh, what? 2 white guys wrestling?
No. Jesus, I didn't mean it like that.
I mean, it was on
I
there.
just mean honest curiosity.
That whole segment with all the, ethnicities, that shit was cut out. Them niggas was gone.
I did not mean it like
that.
that.
Oh, I'm just letting you know.
Matt Hardy has brought his family, the wonderful Hardy family. He says he's cleared. And then there's a video showing of someone burning his pictures. It's Sammy Guevara. He mystery attacked Matt Hardy. And this feud before Matt Hardy dies. Please.
Yo.
Matt Hardy never died.
I don't want to hear that.
This is where I'm conflicted.
They've been working us the whole time. Matt was never hurt.
That was not a freaking work. Will you stop?
Sammy's going to keep doing fucked up shit to Matt Hardy.
Or he's going to keep watching.
But the whole thing is Matt Hardy never dies. Like, he can take that shit. But that's not good.
Shirt. It's not a literal idea that you should test out and try to see.
I don't know. I think they're trying to test it out, bro. You see Revy looked like she didn't even want to be on camera.
At
Did you see her face not once? She was just looking at the baby.
I always see Revy. AEW, there's a tumbler to determine 4 teams in a number 1 contender spot to face FTR at Full Gear. And the 4 teams drawn are Private Party, Silver and Reynolds of Dark Order, Butcher and the Blade, and shocker, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks do a little super kick party, and they all brawl. And the Young Bucks absolutely have to 100% win this next week. If it's not, I'm gonna have blue balls. NXT, it's Shotzi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae, number 1 contendership. This was fun, minus the spot where Candice's shoulders were off the mat in a suplex, and she rolls back into it so she can kick out of a pin. Indy Hartwell, she's in the crowd. She hands brass knucks. I don't know. I wrote this down. I don't know why my phone suggests nicks. Please don't ever suggest brass nicks to me.
I mean, we can't win gold, silver.
Yes. Indy Hartwell
bronze.
Brass knucks over to Candice. Candice uses them. Dirty finish. Candice and Io once more rematch Halloween Havoc in 2 weeks. And it looks like Candice will have some help in her corner in Indy Hartwell, who continues to fangirl it up for Candice LeRae.
That whole Indy Hartwell, like, I don't even, like, who's that? Where the hell is she from?
She's a semi-jabroni on NXT.
Well, fuck her. But we gonna see where that.
But she has been showing affection for Candice. She sent Candice and Johnny a new TV because their TV got broke. And Indy Hartwell also helped out Candice in the Battle Royal, looking out for her. So it's almost like a Mickie James, Trish Stratus affair, if you remember that. Although I don't know if it's gonna go full lesbian, but hey, I'm down. If NXT wants to go there, fuck it.
Johnny be the cook.
Oh. That's okay to cuck for lesbians, so.
Hell yeah.
Chris!
Holy shit. But I don't mind the dirty finish. I like the involvement of Indy. Something different.
Aaliyah versus Toni Storm. Toni with the awesome entrance. Amazing ring gear, as always. I'd like to see Bayley and this kind of ring gear too. Just saying, good look. It's a good look.
Very good look. 2 thumbs, way up.
Yeah, Toni Storm is just must-see TV anytime she's on. You can't take your eyes off the screen. Toni wins rather quickly with Storm Zero. Question for you both: who were you more impressed with in their returns? Toni Storm this week or Ember Moon last week?
Toni Storm by far.
I'm going with Ember Moon.
I like how fucking Tony Storm look. I don't care about. All right, now I'm contradicting myself. But Tony Storm can wrestle too, though. And she looks good. So yeah, I'm picking that one. I didn't see
I
the
didn't
other
mean
match.
who you thought looked physically better. Jeez, how shallow do you think I am? I meant who looked better in the ring. Oh,
Oh man, I learned that from the drunken master JJ.
Killian Dane and Drake Maverick versus Imperium. Killian cuts off the great music after like 3 seconds. Imperium, surprisingly to me, win this match. They hit Drake with the Imperial Implosion. The average jabronis, also known as Everrise, they come out, they taunt Drake Maverick, and Killian saves him. Killian says, "Nobody hates you more than me." Chris, are you warming up to it yet? Because it's time to hop on the Killian Dane and Drake Maverick train. I'm starting to like this dynamic between the two of them more and more. At first, I wasn't on board, but now I at least have a ticket for this train. I love when Dane uses Drake Maverick as offense. It's not Kane and Daniel Bryan humor, but it's a very nice poor man's version of it.
I like it. I was interested in it from the beginning, but now you could see it like starting to develop and it's getting good. It wasn't a bad match either because they were up against Imperium. Imperium's a pretty good tag team, so and they have an interesting dynamic with Dane and Drake being half his fucking size, or maybe 1/4 of his size. But the theme is starting to it made me chuckle. It is. Yeah, shit. I caught myself chuckling to it.
AEW Lance Archer versus Jon Moxley for the AEW Championship. I liked how these two were brawling backstage all night. Archer with a blackout 2 counts, but Moxley rolls him up for the win. After the match, Phoenix and Penta, they save Mox from Archer's beatdown. Eddie is on the mic. He's so proud of Mox, so proud. And he delivers a cheap shot to Mox. He chokes him out. And the show closes with Kingston reminding us he never tapped out.
The table spot was crazy. Yeah, I didn't like the finish. It kind of took me out of the match.
I mean, I didn't mind the finish. It's just it's hard to book Lance so strong and not have him, fucking lose clean. I guess even though it is kind of clean because it's a no disqualification match. Anything.
Yeah, he could have just took the loss.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I think we all kind of figured Mox was going to still be champ, but it was a good match. The table spot was crazy. It was physical. They beat the shit out of each other. Can't ask for more in the main event.
NXT main event, Damian Priest versus Dexter Loomis for the North American Championship. To me, Loomis hasn't done anything for this title shot. As Gargano mentioned earlier in the show, besides straw paintings and kidnap, he beat Austin Theory after Austin Theory already wrestled the match. Bravo. William Regal, the commissioner, explains it's because he missed the ladder match at TakeOver due to injury. Yeah, okay. Don't get all logical on me. Cameron Grimes interferes with a nice cave-in on the apron to Dexter while the ref's back is turned. Priest wins with a choke slam called South of Heaven. Very emo of Damian Priest with that name. Dirty finish. And of course, Cameron Grimes, my man, to the moon. I need him on TV every week. And very wisely, after he does that cave-in, his hat falls in the ring. He gets his hat. He pulls it out of the ring. Great ring awareness so the ref doesn't know he was there. Genius. I hope Triple H and Shawn Michaels took note of that attention to detail. Push Cameron Grimes to the moon.
My favorite part of the match was when Cameron Grimes came out. When I did do an SXT, I was telling people about Cameron Grimes. I had somebody to look out for. The Carolina...
Nostradamus.
Negrodamus. Nostradamus as well. But the Carolina Caveman, definitely a great talent. Now he actually has a persona to himself and a personality to go with this amazing wrestling ability that he has. So I definitely, if Damian Priest is to lose the North American title to anybody, I would want it to be Cameron Grimes. personally.
I like it. I like the clash of styles, between Priest and Loomis.
Damian Priest gives the reckoning to Cameron Grimes and says stay out of his business. Priest goes to do his imaginary arrow through the screen, and Gargano attacks him with a steel chair. William Regal comes out. He books Gargano versus Priest at Halloween Havoc for the North American Championship. And Shotzi, the host of Halloween Havoc, she appears out of nowhere, very creepily says that both Johnny and Candice's matches will be determined by spinning the wheel, which it's a roulette wheel, if you're familiar with Raw Roulette. It's just a wheel with a bunch of stipulations for their matches. Shotzi laughs and howls. Oh, 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 oh! As I've heard in the Bronx several times. Johnny Gargano yells, "What does that mean?" And he says, "I don't like wheels." Apparently, on the wheel, I did some investigative research. There's 12 stipulations. And I will read them out for you. Shotzi's Choice. Devil's Playground. Blindfold Match. Weapons Wild Match. Boiler Room Brawl. Chamber of Horrors. Biker's Chain Match. Casket Match. Buried Alive Match. Coal Miner's Glove on a Pole Match. Trick or Street Fight. And a TLS match. I don't know what the S stands for. Shit in your mouth. Shotzi? I don't fucking know. Are you excited about these stipulations? Did anything catch your attention?
It's all the same shit with different names.
The ratings are in. NXT 651K, they're up. But AEW 826K, they're up also. AEW is winning in the ratings war. Ness, I don't know if you heard, it's 43-10 with one tie. This is 10 in a row for AEW head-to-head. Ness, what was your match of the night here on the Wednesday Night War?
That opening tag match on NXT.
Go Mox versus Lance Archer.
I'm going to go with Orange Cassidy versus Cody in their time limit draw. MVP.
You know what? I'm going to give it to AEW just as a total, as a whole. For the 1 year, man. 1 year as a company since the first show. You know what I mean? That's a big deal. Who would have thought we'd be here doing shows about AEW a year later? You know what I mean? So we gotta
a mark.
Who you give it to? Who you give it to?
I'm gonna give it to Johnny Gargano. I liked him ripping up Dexter Loomis for getting a fucking title shot. He won his match against Austin Theory, and then after the main event, he's out there drawing with Shotzi.
We right here because I was gonna give it to because he won his match and then he laid out his the champion. He went out looking strong. So.
Fucking NXT guys, get out of my face.
Jabroni of the night. I don't see how you can pick anyone else but Rick Knox. This terrible referee. Congrats.
It might be unanimous. Because that was bad. That was bad.
I don't know if Knox is going to go him. Knox likes Rick Knox.
It's fucking unanimous. It's fucking unanimous.
Show of the night. I'm sure this is going to be unanimous too. AEW. They had title matches all over the place. They had to be the better show. This is their 1 year anniversary. Right, guys?
Yeah, they were.
We're gonna do something different. We're gonna do the True Heels. I'm gonna do the vote before we record the show. We had the vote today. What was the better show? And the True Heels, by a 14-9 vote, picked NXT as the better show. What is going on, True Heels? I saw some mean comments. The anniversary show sucked. Oh, man. They were pretty pissed off about the show for some reason. Ness, where can the fine folks that watch this show I know what you just thought about. Yeah, you thought about that one time that was pretty fucked up on the round table and couldn't say that simple line. I know that's what you were thinking of. Nuss, where can the folks find you at home?
I think about that all the time.
You can follow me on Instagram at _skinny_Kravitz_. Follow me on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz. Facebook at Ness Rothstein. You can add me, don't chat me.
Find me at True Heel Chris J. It's so weird saying this, right? After 20 episodes and 19 episodes.
Yeah, just be Stick Flair, bro. Just be Stick Flair.
I can't do no more. Watch Joints and Jabronis, the latest episode drop. And what's the next pay-per-view coming up? We got a roundtable coming up soon. Well, we got the G1 roundtable coming up. I won't be there, but be on the lookout for that.
Definitely.
And Hell in a Cell, I think, is next week.
I'll be there.
Yeah, there's a possibility.
Will you guys be there? You know, I'm the roundtable rebel. I got pull. I can get you on.
Let me see what the Sunday night NFL game is. Maybe one of my 3 teams is prepared to lose. Who knows? I don't even know what the schedule is. I love that Chris has turned over a new leaf. New leaf, Chris. That should have been your fucking handle on Instagram, on Twitter.
Chris,
no longer Spick Flair. Woo, like I used to love saying that. But
we gotta, we gotta be professional.
In October of 2020, after everything that's happened this year, Chris is like, you know what? I gotta make a change. It's October. You can find me, the Pride of NY, on Twitter and Instagram, and True Rewind every Monday or Tuesday. This week coming up, we have Starrcade, episode number 25, Starrcade 1995. It's New Japan versus WCW, and the best part of this pay-per-view, no Hulk Hogan. You're going to want to watch this shit. He's on probation. He's been a very, very bad Hulk Hogan.
Man, fuck Hulk Hogan.
There we go. On that note, for the 3-time baby-making Le Champion, Ness, it's spinning.
Yo, this is going to be a title from now on until I get a real one. This is the baby-making championship.
For Chris J and his co-host, Mary Jane, I am Romeo Anthony Colon. Thank you for watching the Wednesday Night Warriors episode number 20. How much more we got, Chris? How many more episodes we got?
For Wednesday Night Warriors?
Yeah.
We keep this shit going as long as we want. We talk about
That's what I like to hear. Thank you for watching the Wednesday Night Warriors. We'll see you next week right here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel.